It became night, and you finally got into your bed. You waited for this moment all day. You were so tired that even your bones ache. You turned off the lights, closed your eyes, and suddenly your brain decided to remind you of that embarrassing mistake you made 5 years ago. For example, that moment you gave the wrong answer in front of the whole class in high school, or that message you accidentally sent to your boss. Or tomorrow's meeting, unpaid bills, maybe your scenarios starting with what if that will probably never happen. Your body is in bed, but your mind is running a marathon. So why does the voice inside your head never shut up? Why can't you sleep? Are you worrying too much? Actually, no. There's nothing wrong with you. This is an evolutionary security protocol that your brain activates in the dark. In psychology, we call this situation we experience at night overthinking. Sometimes you experience it during the day, too. But why does it happen especially at night? Because throughout the day, your brain is constantly busy with things. You reply to messages, you work, you watch things. There's no time for the anxieties accumulating in the background. But when you get into bed at night and turn off the lights, all those external stimuli are suddenly cut off. The tick-tock of the clock on the wall or the hum of the refrigerator suddenly starts to sound like the loudest noise in the world. In pitch darkness and silence, all the thoughts your brain has postponed until that day suddenly take the stage. Your brain perceives this silence not as a resting opportunity, but as a threat, saying, "Is there a danger around?" and switches to the default scanning mode. Right at this point, you fall into that famous sleep anxiety trap. You open your eyes and look at the clock. You are aware that if you cannot fall asleep, you will go to work tired. This thought creates a complete state of alarm in your brain. Your brain panics and starts to secrete cortisol, which is a stress hormone. Cortisol speeds up your heartbeat. A drum starts beating inside your chest, and your brain freezes like a computer with dozens of tabs left open. So as you try to sleep, it literally pours rocket fuel into your brain for it to stay awake. And trying to sleep chases sleep away. If you are tired of tossing and turning in bed and want to learn how to silence your own mind, hit the subscribe button right now. Let's look at what we can do together. You cannot solve this by saying to yourself, "I will just stop thinking." If you say, "Don't think of the white bear" to the brain, it only thinks of the white bear. Instead of forcefully stopping those thoughts, you must direct them. If you are experiencing tomorrow's stress in bed, it means your brain is trying to keep this information in its RAM memory so as not to forget. Help it. Right before sleeping, write everything you need to do tomorrow and whatever's on your mind in a notebook and on a piece of paper. When you pour those problems onto paper, you give your brain this comforting message: "I have saved this in a safe place. You no longer need to keep it in your mind until morning." Your brain produces overly logical and anxious scenarios under stress. The only way to trick it is to become illogical. While falling asleep, our brain usually starts to see absurd images. You mimic this intentionally. Close your eyes and imagine completely unrelated words: a pink balloon, a giant table, a cloud in the sky, a red bicycle. These random images that have no connection to each other send the signal to your brain: there is no logical danger around. We are starting to dream. Shut down the systems. Set a ruthless rule for yourself. You cannot solve the world at 3 a.m. At that hour, you cannot reply to that email or fix the mistake you made in the past. No anxiety produced at midnight reflects reality. It is merely a dark illusion created by a tired mind. Postpone the permission to solve problems only until the morning. Remember, in that dark room, your mind might be playing games on you, but you are safe. Stop being hard on yourself. Mistakes might have been made. Tomorrow might be a hard day, but none of these are more valuable than your sleep. Close your eyes and let the world continue to spin until morning. See you in the next video.